For one of my first videos, one of my favorite places to go was Lathorpe Park because has a very like African Caribbean vibe, but it's right next to the French Market. And I like to go to the French Market to pick out any gifts, things like that for people because you can get some really good deals for really cheap, like t-shirts, $9, things like that. I'm gonna show you the French Market. But I got very lucky today to hear this. After listening to some really good music and having a couple drinks, you could head over to the French Market. If you didn't get filled up sitting and listening to music, here this area has a lot of food and also different knickknacks, gifts, things you can buy to make your trip memorable. But the French Market has also been in the same location since 1790. So besides being a place where you can do all those other things, it is also one of the oldest structures in the city. So this dates back to 1790, but the area itself even dates back even further to the 1600s when Native Americans had this as a trading post. If we're being honest with each other, I don't think people come here for the historical value of the French Market. What the French Market was then versus today is completely two different things. People used to come here to buy their groceries or buy their fruit and things like that for their everyday life. Now today, you come here and you're buying oysters and you're eating with friends or family as you're walking through the French Market. There's different things to try. You can have gumbo, you can have a po' boy, you can have a burger. There is literally almost something for everyone of all different types of food choices here in the French Market. My favorite thing every time I come to the French Market was actually the roasted corn. I literally get roasted corn because they put the Creole seasoning on it and put Parmesan, and I love it. But the reason I come to the French Market when I was traveling here was these things, to be able to buy different things for friends or family or even ourselves. We would find something, t-shirts for $9, things like that. So that's the things that I loved about the French Market. And every once in a while you find a hidden gem. They have local artists in here that sell their things. You can buy, like when our kids were 1 or 2 and 3, we would buy something to go around their wrist. You can buy an alligator head for $9 versus $20 in the French Quarter, and it's the exact same thing. Not everything's equal. I used to buy a leather wallet every single year when I came to New Orleans because I would get my old one and throw it away, and I'd buy the brand new one, but we came every year, so I would make sure I went to the market because they would say it's $25. And then after you said, no, I'm not interested, they would say it was 20, and then you'd get a deal on it. So that's some of the reasons why I used to like the French Market for myself personally, but I'm sure there's other reasons why people come. But when you come to New Orleans, if it's your first time coming to the French Market, you can get a little bit of that history, and you also see a lot of the locals and understand how they're. Look at some of this art right here. That is absolutely beautiful pictures that were taken, and they were put in on metal frames that you can purchase. Then you have jewelry, different types of metals that you can purchase and things like that. Some African designed sculptures. You can do caricatures, which I don't recommend because when I was in New Orleans and had my caricature done, it definitely didn't look like me. But I think every one of them's different. We had our names, our daughters' names printed out on a poster that we had in their rooms for the longest time. So there's a lot of different things here in the French Market that you're able to do. After you are done with the French Market and you're done buying your knickknacks and gifts for people, like I used to like going there and buying them for the kids, or you negotiated down your wallets or whatever you wanted to purchase and got a really good price on it, you could actually head back over to the French Quarter. Now we're on Decatur and we're just headed back to the hotel room where you can just drop everything off. I appreciate you watching. This is video 1 of what will be many on what's the best things to do in New Orleans and just what New Orleans is actually like.